Hi everybody, it's Rachel from Sage. How are you today? I hope you're well. I am going to face test the Typology makeup today that I've received. I have 3 products. I have the concealer, the tinted serum, and the lip balm. Now you can see I've done my brows already and my lids. I've just used the skincare for the first time as well, and my skin looks nice, but then my skin usually does look nice after I've done a skincare, semi-facial in the morning. The eyelid, which is incredibly dry, is actually feeling soothed at the moment. So that is nice to know. Right, I'm going to put the lip balm on first because my lips are super dry. The packaging, wow. Look at this, isn't this gorgeous, gorgeous, and this beautiful color. I think I chose the right color, didn't I? Okay, let's put it on. Let me get my mirror so I can see what I'm doing. No fragrance. Sheer. Sheer but buildable. I have the shade. Let me just get my glasses. The shade is T41 Rosewood Pink. And I am happy with that choice. It is warm on me, which suits me anyway. It looks like, it feels like a sheer lipstick. It feels like a balm, actually. It feels like a balm. It looks like a sheer lipstick. I don't think I need a lip liner with that, which is awesome. Awesome for every day getting out the door. Now, in my recent video on these base products, I feel I may have chosen, I got the serum, the tinted serum, and the concealer around the wrong way. Do I have to pierce this? I don't know. Let's see. No, I didn't. So this is the concealer, right? That's actually my foundation shade. Yes, it is. That's my foundation shade. That is not my concealer shade at all. That's far too dark. All right, so here is the tinted serum. Right. Oh yeah, that's like, yeah. All right, so what can we do? The concealer feels very gel-like. The tinted serum really does feel like a serum. So there's the level of coverage with those 2 things mixed together on my hand. Okay, we're going to have to reverse this, aren't we? But for science, here goes. When I'm using this day to day, I will not use that concealer product in that way. I will be mixing them together. Okay, let's see how we go. That's 3 drops of the tinted serum. This is more coverage than I was expecting. I was expecting it to be extremely low coverage, like the CoverGirl, the beads in it. It looks like it's a dupe for the Chanel Le Beige, which I can remember that, but I can't remember the name of the CoverGirl one because it's got too many words in it. All right, now, actually the shade isn't too bad once I've spread it out. So the shade being type 1 fair. I'm a light, I'm not a fair typically. Now we are in winter here. So this is as light as my skin will be. I can work with that through the winter. And then, as I said, I'm actually surprised at the level of coverage here. I was expecting it to be much less. You can still see my freckles, my pigmentation and the redness a little bit. But gee, it feels good. It's glowy, obviously, you can see that. I'm going to tap it in now. It smells like hyaluronic acid, to be honest. That's all the smell. I find that to smell pleasant. Okay, tapping, 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 tapping. Now I'm going to use the concealer on the perimeter of my face because I don't want it under my eyes because it's the wrong shade. We agree on that? I hope so. Just getting a little bit on my finger. Cover up the pigmentation a little bit. Put some on my nose as well. And down here. This has a thicker feel to it. Obviously, it's more of a gel cream. And presumably, you could ramp this up to be a more full coverage foundation situation, which is what I will most likely do. So I'm just using it here to take out some of that redness. Cover some of the pigmentation out here. That's nice. Like at the moment, I can almost get away with that as a bronzer because my skin's so light. Unscented or unfragranced. There is just a slight, once again, a sort of a hyaluronic acid smell. Very, very faint. So let's have a look at the coverage on the hairline there. Let me just blend that a little bit better. It's medium. Medium buildable, I would suggest to you. Let's put some along the jawline. So I am actually going to do a bit of a wear test today, which I don't normally do because I can't be bothered. But today I will. I get the tube. I get why there's a tube. Is it my favorite delivery way? No. But then it's certainly hygienic, isn't it? Okay. Right. Now I haven't got any primer on because I didn't want to, because I'm doing a wear test, I didn't want to, you know, say, well, it lasted this long because I had primer on, or maybe it didn't, whatever. So I will do the rest of my makeup and then I'll be back on to. In the time it's taken me to do the rest of my makeup, the product on my hand is completely dried. The product on my face is all but dried down. I have not put powder on. I did put a little bit of Natasha Denona brightening concealer under here, just because it was looking a bit hollow, but that's all. That's all I've done. Will I put some powder on? I'm not going to put powder on. I'm just going to spray my face with some fixing spray. And leave it at that. Because I want to know how it wears without powder. And then I might do another update when I am wearing powder. So let's just try today with no powder, and then I'll try another day with powder. I'm going to insert the details about how much the products cost. It's particularly relevant for those people in Australia. The company does ship directly from France, and it came within a week. To me, in a rural and regional part of Australia, that's pretty darn good, I reckon. So I'm going to go in with some more of the tinted lip balm because my lips have sort of eaten it up, but it's still nice. I'm back. It's the end of the day, so I just wanted to show you what my makeup looked like now. I can feel it's still here. It's here, although I am feeling quite oily up here. You can see I'm quite shiny. There's been a little bit of settling in the 11s there. It's pretty much worn off here from eating and drinking today, but I can still feel that it stayed intact even with my glasses on during the day. The lip balm I put on 3 times and it just wore off with eating and drinking, as you would probably expect. But it's pretty long lasting with no powder and no primer, and such a sort of low coverage, seemingly low coverage serum-like product, particularly this one. I'm actually pretty surprised at how long it's lasted. It's still on my nose. It's only really broken up a little bit here and around there, and it's gone from pretty much there, but I can feel it here. It's not too bad there, and it's still here. It set down really well and stayed there, so that's a win. I don't feel dry, I don't feel crusty, I don't feel like it's flaked. It might be a little bit oily up here. Maybe that's the skincare, which was actually Typology as well. So there we are at the end of the day. It's been about 8.5, 9 hours since I put it on, and I've done a normal day of activity. So yeah, I think that's pretty impressive. All right, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and comment. I'll put the details of where you can buy Typology in the description box if you so choose. I am not sponsored by them. There's no affiliation or anything like that. I purchase these products myself with my own money. So it's up to you from here. And thanks, Lou, for the suggestion. I hope you enjoyed this as well, particularly. And I will talk to you all again soon. Bye for now.